This is the remarkable true story of Jeff Bauman, a man who, after surviving the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing, became a powerful symbol of hope and resilience. Yet behind the public admiration, he faced his own deeply personal battles of emotional and physical recovery, unaware that destiny had an unexpected path waiting for him. The story begins in Boston, where we meet Jeff, a young man working in a warehouse. Jeff has a kind heart, but so far, he hasn't achieved anything significant in life. He lives in a small apartment with his mother, who struggles with a drinking habit. Jeff loves watching baseball games. Whenever he gets time, he heads out to watch them. One night, Jeff goes to a bar where he spots his ex-girlfriend, Erin. They've broken up several times, but Jeff still loves her. The problem is, he has never been able to commit, which is why Erin keeps ending the relationship. Still, she knows Jeff is a good man. At the bar, Jeff approaches her, and Erin tells him she's going to run in the upcoming marathon. She's there to raise funds for it. Hearing this, Jeff stands up in the bar and announces to everyone that Erin is running the marathon and needs their support. Since everyone there knows Jeff, they gladly drop money into her donation jar. Jeff had actually come to the bar with his friends and family to watch a baseball game on TV, but now, Erin has gathered the funds she needs. Before leaving, Jeff tells her, "Tomorrow, I'll be at the marathon to cheer you on. I know you'll win." That night, he makes a small sign with her name on it. The next morning, he positions himself near the finish line, confident that Erin will complete the race. But just as she's about to reach him, a bomb explodes right where Jeff is standing. The blast kills many people and leaves dozens injured. Jeff is rushed to the hospital, where his mother arrives to see him. The doctors explain that everything below his knees is completely destroyed, and the only way to save his life is to amputate both legs. The surgery is done, and Jeff's life is saved. At the hospital, an insurance agent arrives and tells Jeff's mother that Jeff had insurance. This means every hospital expense will be covered by the company, and even after leaving his job, Jeff will continue to receive his salary from them. Hearing this brings his mother a deep sense of relief. They don't have much in savings, and this takes a huge weight off her mind. A few days later, Jeff regains consciousness. His cousin is sitting by his side when Jeff gestures for a pen and paper. He still can't speak. On the paper, he writes, "Is Erin okay?" His cousin assures him that she's completely fine. Jeff then writes something that changes everything. He had seen the terrorists who planted the bomb. When his mother hears this, she immediately contacts the FBI. Soon after, Erin comes to visit. She looks deeply upset. Ever since the blast, she has been at the hospital. In her heart, she feels responsible for Jeff's condition. After all, he was only there to cheer for her. The FBI arrives to meet Jeff. He describes in detail what the two attackers looked like, and thanks to his information, both terrorists are quickly caught. Jeff's family feels proud. Because of him, justice has been served. But Jeff's own life has changed forever. He is now fighting through unimaginable challenges. When doctors come to change the bandages on his legs, the pain is excruciating. Erin stays beside him, trying her best to comfort him, but there's no escaping the agony. Tears well up in Erin's eyes. She tells Jeff, "This is all because of me. You came there just to cheer me on." But Jeff gently reassures her. This wasn't her fault. Life happens the way it's meant to, he tells her softly. Soon, Jeff is discharged from the hospital. Because of his role in helping catch the terrorists, many people now want to see him. He's become a hero in Boston. When he finally reaches home, his father and several others are waiting for him. But his apartment is small and located on an upper floor with no elevator. His wheelchair can't reach it, so people have to carry him upstairs. Surrounded by so many visitors in such a cramped space, Jeff starts to feel uncomfortable. He quietly tells Erin he needs to use the bathroom. Once inside, he lowers himself into the bathtub. Erin steps out, and as soon as she's gone, Jeff sits there for a long time, quietly crying. Deep inside, he knows his life will never be the same. Without his legs, living the way he once did feels impossibly far away. The next morning, Jeff wakes up and momentarily forgets that his legs are gone. He tries to get out of bed the way he used to and falls. Seeing this, his mom takes him to a rehab center where they teach him exercises to prepare his body for prosthetic legs. He needs to build strength so he can use them comfortably when the time comes. At home, even simple things, sitting on the toilet, getting up, or doing small chores, are exhausting and painful. Feeling overwhelmed, Jeff calls Aaron and admits, "I can't do this alone. I need you." Aaron comes over and helps him with everything. Soon, reporters arrive to interview him, and invitations pour in for him to appear as a guest at different events. One day, he's asked to take part in the opening of a baseball game, where his role is to hold up the flag for the crowd. But when Jeff arrives, the massive crowd is cheering loudly, and the noise pulls him back to the day of the bombing. Overwhelmed and shaken, he leaves. Even in the elevator, he struggles to calm his mind. Turning to Aaron, he says, "I'm not good enough for you anymore. You should leave me." In truth, he's completely broken inside. Aaron understands his pain. They both return home, and Jeff later apologizes to her. That night, after a long time, they share an intimate moment, reconnecting emotionally. Days pass. Jeff confides to Aaron that he feels deeply uncomfortable in crowds, which is why he doesn't want to attend interviews or shows. Aaron gently tells him, "You need to talk to your mom. She's the one arranging all of them." The next day, during a backyard barbecue, Jeff's mom announces to everyone that he'll soon be appearing on a new show. Aaron quietly reminds Jeff to tell her how he feels. Jeff finally says to his mom, "I don't want to be in crowds. I don't want to be part of any shows. When I'm in a crowd, I start having episodes. I relive the moment of the bombing." His mom is surprised. He's never told her this before. Instead of understanding, she lashes out at Aaron, thinking Jeff is only saying this because of her influence. That night, after drinking heavily, his mom knocks on their door and insists, "You should be on that show. I want you to become someone important." But Jeff refuses firmly. Right now, his priority is his mental health. Jeff's life slowly slips back into old habits. He starts meeting his friends again, and together they drink. After a few drinks one night, Jeff announces, "Tonight, I'll drive." His friend shakes his head. "That's not possible. You don't have legs anymore." Jeff insists, "I'll just control the steering. You handle the clutch and the brake. Whenever I tell you, press them." Reluctantly, his friend agrees. Sitting low, he works the pedals while Jeff takes the wheel. Jeff drives fast, far too fast. Before long, a police car begins tailing them, eventually pulling them over. But when the officer sees who Jeff is, his face lights up. Recognizing him as the Boston hero, the officer simply takes a selfie with Jeff and lets them go. Later that night, Aaron comes home and finds Jeff unconscious in the bathtub. He's been drinking heavily. His mother is downstairs, also drunk, completely unaware of what's happened to Jeff. Aaron is furious. The next day, on the way to rehab, tension boils over between Aaron and Jeff's mom. They argue, and Jeff has to tell them both to stop. At rehab, Jeff is introduced to his prosthetic legs for the first time. He straps them on and tries to walk, but every step feels impossible. Frustrated, he says, "I can't do this." Everyone leaves. Back at the car, Aaron and Jeff's mom start arguing again. Once more, Jeff tells them to stop, but this time Aaron's patience runs out. She turns to Jeff and says, "You're a coward. You can't even tell your mom you don't want to do interviews. You need to start facing yourself." With that, she storms off. Aaron goes to her sister's place and reveals the truth. She's pregnant. She says, "I want to bring this baby into the world," but Jeff isn't ready to take responsibility. Her sister advises, "You need to talk to Jeff." Aaron goes to meet Jeff and tells him, with a serious look, "I'm pregnant." The moment Jeff hears this, anger flashes across his face. He says he isn't ready for any of this right now, that he can't take responsibility for a child. He explains that he always dreamed of chasing after his kid, holding them in his arms, but he's just not ready for it at this moment. He blames Erin for the state he's in today, saying he spent his whole life running after her. He reminds her that on the day of the marathon, he was there to cheer for her, and that's when the bomb blast took both of his legs. Hearing this, Erin's face hardens with anger. She steps out of the car, walks into her house, and doesn't take Jeff's wheelchair out for him. Jeff slowly pulls himself out of the car and crawls toward the front door. He is just about to knock when another seizure hits him. In that moment, his mind is dragged back to the terrifying memory of the blast. Overwhelmed, he breaks down, crying uncontrollably. Moments later, Erin comes out of the house with her bags packed and leaves. Days pass. One afternoon, Jeff is at a restaurant when a man approaches him. Jeff instantly recognizes him, the man who took him to the hospital after the blast. Curious, Jeff asks why he helps people like that. The man shares his story. He says he once had 2 sons. His elder son was a Marine who sacrificed his life for the country. After his death, he was shattered and couldn't pull himself together. In his grief, he neglected his younger son, who fell into deep depression. Not long after, the younger son ended his own life. The man admits he blames himself for that loss. That's why, he says, he now makes it his mission to help others. Every time he saves someone's life, it feels as though he's saving his son all over again. He then tells Jeff that Boston is about to host a major baseball tournament, and they want Jeff to throw the first pitch. Hearing this, Jeff realizes he's been living his life all wrong. He agrees to throw the first pitch, and from that day, he begins training seriously. He works hard, pushing himself day and night, learning to control his prosthetic legs. Alongside that, he practices throwing the baseball so he can deliver that perfect first pitch. During this time, Jeff sends Erin a heartfelt voicemail. In it, he apologizes and says he's finally ready to take responsibility for everything. All he needs is her by his side. The big day arrives. The stadium is packed with people, all cheering for him. Jeff steps forward and throws the first pitch. The crowd roars. As he leaves the field, people surround him, congratulating him. A young man walks up and tells Jeff that he had been feeling hopeless about his own life, but seeing Jeff today filled him with new energy and made him realize how precious life truly is. Jeff is moved. It dawns on him how many people are being inspired because of his journey. He decides to become even stronger, not just for himself, but for everyone who looks up to him. After the event, Jeff gets into the car where his mother is waiting. She apologizes, telling him she always tried to do what was best for him. Jeff smiles gently and says, "I know, Mom." Then, determined, he goes alone to meet Erin. Wearing his prosthetic legs, he walks into a restaurant where Erin is already waiting. She watches him walk toward her, and a smile spreads across her face. Jeff sits down beside her and apologizes again. This time, Erin forgives him. Soon after, the two get married. In 2014, they welcome a baby girl into their lives. 2 years later, in 2016, Erin completes the Boston Marathon, with Jeff standing in the crowd, cheering for her with pride. And this is the true story of Jeff and Erin's journey. A story of love, struggle, and finding the strength to rise again.